Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jen Rosenbaum, breast cancer survivor and author of What the F Just Happened? A Survivor's Guide to Life After Breast Cancer. So today is October 1st, 2020, and it is the first day of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Pinktober, as we call it. So this is a very interesting month because some people really embrace it. They wear the pink, they wear the t-shirts. I got the t-shirt on. They're really into it, and some people feel really anti-pink, not anti-breast cancer awareness, but I would say making it look all pretty because it's not so pretty. Breast cancer, unfortunately, is not so pretty. I am somewhere in between. I happen to love pink, so I do embrace it, but I really, really want to take this month and use it for what it's really good for, which is bringing awareness to breast cancer and to make people realize that this is a disease that affects so many people. And just because you don't have family history, just because you don't have genetics, and just because you get mammograms doesn't mean it can't happen to you. So, quick backstory for me, I am now 45. I was diagnosed when I was 41, and I had a mastectomy right before my 42nd birthday, and I've had 3 reconstruction surgeries, my last one being about 3 months ago. So I'm still sort of in the process of all of this, but thankfully, knock wood, I have been cancer-free since January 2018, so about almost 3 years now. It's crazy. It does go fast, believe it or not. All right, so why do I want to talk to you guys today? Well, I get a lot of questions about what the mastectomy entails. And specifically today, I really wanted to talk to you about what did I look like when I woke up from my mastectomy. So I want to share a little story with you. Like I said, I had my mastectomy in August 2017. It was 2 days before my 42nd birthday. The timing was not ideal, of course, but I kind of figured, it would be the best birthday present in the world if I could live for 100 more birthdays. So we made the sacrifice, and I had the mastectomy 2 days before. So where was I before? Beforehand, I was about a 34B, borderline C bra size. I had 2 kids, so of course they weren't necessarily up here. They were a little bit lower than they normally were. But I had pretty full breasts. I was pretty happy with my breasts, actually. And I was not a candidate for nipple-sparing mastectomy. So the plan was really to take everything. Now, when I say that, I mean my cancer was very high. It was kind of up here. So they hollowed out all of this. They took all this breast tissue, all the breast tissue obviously in my breast, and they put in tissue expanders under the muscle at the time. What are tissue expanders? Tissue expanders are kind of like empty implants that you put under or over the pectoral muscles, depending on the type of surgery you're having. In my case, it was under the muscle. They're empty or close to empty. Well, they're empty when they put them in, but they might give you a little bit of a fill. I had a little bit of a fill before I came out of surgery. And they slowly fill them like once a week, once every 2 weeks, until you get to the size that you want. They sit for a bit, your muscles, your skin, everything stretches, and it makes room for an implant. That was my type of reconstruction. There are many types of reconstruction out there, but that was the type that I did. When I had my actual reconstruction, the first one was also under the muscle, where they put the implants under the muscle. My second reconstruction moved my implants from under the muscle to over the muscle. And my third reconstruction, we stayed over the muscle. If you want to know why I did all of that, there's videos. You can look back in the archives. There's videos about that as well. So I had my mastectomy, and I had tissue expanders put in at the time of the mastectomy. So when I woke up, I had a little something. The surgeon did fill me a bit, the plastic surgeon. So I didn't wake up completely flat, which I have to say was a bit of a relief for me. I was very scared of waking up completely flat or not knowing really what to expect. So it was a little nervous. I was a little bit nervous about it. So I'm going to tell you the story about when I finally saw it for the first time. I was in the hospital. I had my mastectomy at Memorial Sloan Kettering. And the doctor came in to check on me, and she said, you can open up, we wear these like pink support bras, and they open it up. There's no covering necessarily. It was just some gauze pads. Of course, my dog has something to say. It was just some gauze pads, And I opened it up, and you're laying in bed, so you can't necessarily see. So I took my phone, I handed it to the doctor, and I said, "Can you take a picture for me?" And she said, "Are you sure you want me to take a picture?" I'll let the dog out of here. "Are you sure you want me to take a picture?" And I said, "Yeah, I want to see what it looks like. I want to remember everything, because you're on pain medications or anesthesia and all of that, and you're never going to remember everything. It's impossible." So me, being a photographer, of course, wants to take pictures of everything. So I handed her my phone. I said, "Please take a picture." She took a picture, and before she showed it to me, she said, I just really want to make sure you're okay with this." And I said to her, "Listen, I don't have to look at it now if I don't want to, but I kind of want to. I want to see what I look like right now." So she took the picture, she handed me the phone back, and I looked at it. I could tell she was holding her breath, and I just said to her, "Well, that's pretty badass, huh?" And she laughed, and she said, "I don't think I've ever heard anybody's reaction like that before." But here's the truth. It is pretty badass. I mean, to put yourself on a table and ask somebody to take your breasts off, it requires a certain level of badassery. It really does. Now, you might say, and I've said to myself before, well, I didn't really have a choice. What was my other choice? My other choice was to let cancer take over my body. But it doesn't matter. There's still something about doing that and taking control of that decision and taking the power over cancer that is very, very, very powerful. So I felt really powerful in the moment. Now, I'm going to share these pictures with you guys. If I'm smart enough to figure out how to edit this, hopefully you'll be seeing the pictures now while I'm talking. If not, I'll figure out a way to put them at the end, but hopefully you're seeing the pictures now. And so this is the first picture that I saw, like I said, when I woke up from my surgery. And you can tell on the top, there's like these arches. Those are the drains. I had 4 drains, so I had drains on the top and drains on the bottom. The incisions look crazy, and I remember thinking, how is this ever going to heal? It's going to take forever. But believe it or not, it really didn't. It healed actually very quickly, and I would say in a matter of a week or 2, it was a huge difference. Now, the drains are for sure, hands down, any survivor that you ask will tell you drains are the worst part. Worse than the mastectomy wounds or incisions or bruising or anything else, the drains are the worst. There is a lot of numbness. So where you see incisions, I don't have any feeling. So I didn't actually feel those incisions. And at the same time, I also didn't feel when they poked me with the needles to fill up my expanders, because it's in a part of my breast that was totally numb. So they put a needle in with saline. It was a big needle. Didn't feel a thing. When they took the drains out, they just kind of rip them right out. It's kind of crazy. They just kind of pull them out, and they come out from a hole in the side of your abdomen, and then just a Band-Aid on that, not even a stitch. It's crazy. So your body just kind of recovers, and it's pretty amazing. And when I had my second surgery, my second reconstruction, my first reconstruction and my second reconstruction, they went through that original incision. So they've gone through that incision 3 times. On my third reconstruction surgery, we did underneath the breast this time. So I have a scar there now as well, on both sides. So that is what I looked like when I first woke up from my mastectomy. Now, is that what you're going to look like when you wake up from your mastectomy? I don't know. Everybody's a little bit different. Some people do skin sparing. Some people do nipple sparing. Some people decide to go flat. Some people don't do tissue expanders right away. Some people go straight to implant. There's so many different options. Some people do deep flap surgeries later on. There's so many different options. I'm not a doctor, and by the way, none of this should be taken as medical advice. This is just my experience. But I don't know exactly what you're going to look like. But I can tell you this. I know when I wanted to know what I was going to look like when I was having my mastectomy, I couldn't find any answers. I couldn't really find a human being, an alive human being, talking to me saying, this is what happens when you wake up from your mastectomy. And that's what I'm trying to do, you guys. I'm trying to sort of just be that live human being that went through the experience and says, this is what happened to me. I don't know what's going to happen to you. Everybody's experience is a little bit different. But That was my experience, and I will put some photos in also to show you just kind of a little bit of the first couple of weeks and how quickly the body actually recovers. How important it is, I think, at that time to eat healthfully, get some good vitamins in your body, and then this way your body can heal and recover, and you can start feeling a little bit more normal. You know, it's hard with the mastectomy because you lose motions in your arm, you lose movement. I just want to show you it's much better now. I still have some problems with my shoulders. If I went to physical therapy, I'd probably get rid of it, but I've just been a little stubborn about that. But for the most part, I definitely have good range of motion, which is really important. And that's really it. That's what I wanted to tell you and what I wanted to show you about my mastectomy. I'm wondering what questions you guys have. You always have, ooh, there goes my light. You always have amazing, oh, let's see. Sorry, wow. You always have amazing questions for me. I'm not going to record this video since I already done it for 10 minutes. But you guys always have amazing questions for me. So please definitely ask below. I'm curious what questions you have about mastectomy. I'm happy to answer them for you. And I wish you guys a happy Pinktober. I know that might sound weird, but let's use this month really to bring it all together, raise awareness, remind everybody to check your boobs. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.